Hi guys, welcome to another video by Help by Grace. I hope you're feeling blessed and I hope you're feeling grateful and thankful. It's the Thanksgiving season, so that's the aroma that's up in the air of Thanksgiving. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it could be something that was really good, something that was really bad, but I have learned to be grateful for the good things and undermine the bad things. But anyway, I really wanted us to talk about something, and before we go ahead and talk about it, please do like, share, and subscribe if you like what you're hearing, if you like what you're seeing, and stay tuned. So, I read this book by Dr. Gregory Jentz, and it was a very interesting book because it made me understand different categories of people when it comes to people who are not grateful. And I was inspired by the Thanksgiving season, and I was just asking myself, what are the reasons that could make someone ungrateful? What are the reasons that could make you not be thankful for the good things, even if it's as big as this, that have happened throughout the year? And it drew my attention to, he called them toxic people who are very toxic. And it's true. I hope I don't fall in this category. Anyway, so I'm going to be talking about toxic people, the toxic person. You know, like this science fiction, and they would usually depict like this green smoke coming out of somewhere, and it looks really toxic, it looks really bad. It almost looks like pool gas. That green color, that nasty color that makes the character hold their noses in the air and clip them with a peg. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, toxic people. And who is a toxic person? Basically, a toxic person is someone who draws energy away from you. Understand me? It's like, that's not what I'm talking about. No. In essence, yes, but that's the feeling they give you. Which vibes? But anyway, what I'm talking about is when you relate with a toxic person and you're done with them, you feel exhausted, you feel tired, you feel worn out and worn off. It literally feels like virtue has left you. Remember when Jesus was walking and the woman that was bound for 12 years touched him and virtue left him? That is exactly what I'm talking about. That kind of virtue. You feel like, oh my God, what just happened to me? But anyway, let's go back to what I was talking about. A toxic person is someone who draws energy away from you. Like you literally feel worn out, you feel tired, you feel exhausted when you finish dealing or relating with them. And there are different types of toxic people. Number one, you have the deceiver. Just like the name is. Just like the name is. He is a deceiver. Deceives you into thinking you're the one that's wrong. Number two, you have the control freak, and the control freak is someone who wants to always be in control. They can sometimes not look intimidating, but they always have that push to want to be at the top of everything and run things, and usually they don't really know what they're doing. It feels like they know what they're doing, but when you come to understand, they don't really know what they're doing, and they cause a lot of confusion, they bring a lot of chaos. They just want to be in control even when they don't know what they're doing. Now, number three. Number three is the gaslighter. Yes, he wants to make you feel like something's wrong with you. Yes, he wants to make you, or she wants to make you, or he, why do I always say he? I'm sorry. She wants to make you feel like, or he wants to make you feel like there is something wrong with you. You basically look like the fool. Have you ever encountered such people? That's the gaslighter. Well, another one is the angry venter. Almost sounds like a superhero. Angry venter. Yes, the angry venter. And who's that person? Always angry at everything and nothing. Doesn't matter what it is. These people literally make you walk on eggshells each time you're dealing with them. You finish with them, you almost felt like you ran 1,000 miles. Yes, these people, they're always angry over the big things, the little things, the minute things, and nothing. From everything to nothing, they're always angry. Never satisfied, always tipped off. And usually, if you trace it, there is a trauma behind this, okay? But let's keep on. You have the know-it-all. They know everything. And some of them actually don't know everything, but it's annoying because they don't want to take input from other people, and other people's perspectives is always wrong. Have you ever had that person that they actually know the job, but it's kind of annoying? It's different from when you know the job and you do it and everyone commends you, but when you know how to do it, but you're doing it in an annoying way, that is the know-it-all. They take little to no contribution from other people. They always feel like other people can't really do it to a great expectation, and they feel like nobody needs to contribute. They're the ones that need to. Almost like it's just them, me, myself, and I. They're kind of selfish. Now, the other group of toxic people are the intimidators. They intimidate you, like they threaten you. And sometimes some people in authority or some people who have an advantage over you portray this characteristic. They're very intimidating. They threaten you. That they say stuff like, if you don't get this done by tomorrow, you risk losing your job. Or if you don't clean the house by this time, they make you basically feel like a child. I know some parents are probably guilty for doing this to their children, but anyway, it's necessary at that point. But these are the intimidators. Yes, they threaten you. They make you know that if you don't do this, if you don't do that, there is a bad consequence that accompanies that. Now, the other group of people are the egotists. Yes, the egotists. They are very egoistic. Let me say it that way. It's me, myself, and I. Almost similar to the know-it-all. But the know-it-all at least would listen to the other people, but would never take their contribution. The egotist, he's not even going to listen to you. It's all about me. They like to be at the center of attention. They like when everything is all about them. Some egotists don't really like the attention, but they're just selfish. If it has to be according to how they want it, it has to be according to how they expect it to be. They want to be in a particular position and they will fight you teeth and bone to get there. Very, very selfish. They don't care what it's going to take. They're going to get there. Anyway, moving on. We have, drum roll, the drama queen and the crisis king. No, it's not drama king. It is the crisis king and the drama queen. You know the terrible twos? When they roll on the floor and you don't give them what they want? That is exactly what I'm talking about. But you're not going to see them physically roll, even though some of them can go to that extent. They roll with their mouths. They keep talking and clapping and doing a whole lot of disgrace with no grace. They just make something skip from 0 to 100 in less than a second and you don't even know what happened. They make little issues into big mountains. They make everything big that looks so little. That's the same with the crisis king. He's overpowering. He thinks it's just him. Only talking about toxic people already feel tired. Anyway, I'm pretty sure you can already identify some people like that. Now, the next set of people we're talking about is the put it down artists. Yes. Let me tell you a story. Now, I'm not going to give you the pleasure of listening to the story. I'm sorry. But anyway, bottom line is put it down artists. What do? Is the kind of person that will literally compare you to another person, always wanting to compare and put you down. They would say stuff like, oh, when I used to take care of your brother, he did something that was better than you. Or when I used to drive your mother, she was more empathetic than you. Like they compare you and make you feel like you're supposed to be exactly like who they're talking about. No, people are different. People have different characteristics. People have different traits. Anyway, moving on. You have the moral authority, always wanting to correct every single thing they see. That is toxic. I know, I understand the place of wanting to tell people the right thing to do, the right thing not to do, but sometimes it's too much. Yes, they want to correct you according to their standards, and guess what? Most times their standards could be right, but most times it's not necessary. It's not necessary to correct if correction is not needed, and sometimes it's good to discern what needs to be corrected. Now you have the other people called the emotional roller coaster. Yes, roller coaster rides are really fun. Well, to some people, not all of them. I don't think personally I have ever enjoyed a roller coaster ride, talk less of being on one. But the roller coaster person, the ride is fun, but the roller coaster person is not fun, because that is how lively the emotions are. They are basically bipolar. If there was tripolar, we'll probably add it to the list. Or they live from laughing now to just breaking out in tears over a little joke, a little laughter, a little something that is basically normal. Tell a roller coaster person, I'm tired. I don't want to drink coffee anymore. Maybe you all went out for a drink of coffee, and the moment you say, I'm sorry, I don't think something has just come up, I don't think I can go anymore. Oh my goodness. They're gonna turn it into a whole funeral. They're gonna cry, or they're gonna get really angry, or they're gonna get, oh my God, tame your emotions. Anyway, moving on, and then you have the pessimist. Only thinking about the pessimist is a lot. The pessimist is pessimistic, period. There is no amount, level, degree, percentage, amount, whatever, quantity, volume, whatever, I don't know, you can attach to that. You can make them optimistic. They're always down, always discouraged. Doesn't matter what you say. It's not even half full, it's always empty. Even if you have some liquid in it, it's like, I'm just gonna die the following day. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit somewhere and cry. It's just a lot. These are people that are, the pessimist is very, 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 very pessimistic, just as the word says, very discouraged. Good luck. And the last, the guilter. Well, second to the last is the guilter. And you know who the guilter is? The guilter is that person that is they blame you for everything. You are guilty as charged. Even when you're not charged, you're still guilty. Yes. They blame you for what went wrong. If you went out to take the bus and the bus driver didn't arrive on time, it's your fault. If it rained that day, it's your fault. If it snowed that day, it's your fault. As a matter of fact, if it was the morning or the sun went down, it is your fault. Why did you let the sun go down? Like, you're supposed to swing your arm around and let the sun, like, who was that in the Bible that let the sun stand still? What's his name? If you know him, put his name down in the comment section below. My Bible peeps. Anyway, they guilt you and make you feel guilty about everything. And finally, drum roll. The addict. The addict is an addict. Like the word says, is an addict. I don't know how to describe them, but let's just talk about someone who is addicted to a controlled substance. You see how they behave when they don't get their drug, when they don't get their high? That is exactly how the addict behaves. Exactly. Almost similar to the drama queen or the crisis king, almost similar to the emotional roller coaster. Almost similar, but the problem is this one is addicted to behaving that way. They find a way to portray this trait because it's important to them. It is essential for them to act that way. Yes, so it's Thanksgiving season. Don't let a toxic person spoil your Thanksgiving. Don't let a toxic person influence your Thanksgiving. Don't let a toxic person invade your Thanksgiving. And don't let them suck up your energy. The Bible says in the book of Ephesians chapter 6, it says towards the last verse that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against powers, against and principalities, rulers in high places. So all these days, these things these people are dealing with, it is deeper than what you can see with the naked eye. So be careful out there. Stay prayed up and have a happy Thanksgiving. Don't make your Thanksgiving a toxic one.